Okay, council agenda, Township Parsippany-Troy Hills, regular township council meeting of May 19th, 2026. Introduction, posting a notice. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Law by filing the notice in the office of the township clerk and by posting the meeting notice on the bulletin board at the municipal building on December 4th, 2025, where it's remained posted since that date. A legal notice appeared in the Daily Record and the New York Star Ledger on December 17th, 2025. Can I please ask everyone to stand for the flag salute? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Mr. Karifi. Here. Mr. Kavanaugh. Mr. McGrath. Here. Ms. Patel. Here. Ms. Hernandez. Here. Also in attendance are Business Administrator Mark Seaman, Township Attorney Joe DeMarco, Municipal Clerk Colette Madden, and the Mayor is excused today. Council President, we have a quorum. May we begin? Thank you. Upcoming meetings is June 9th at 7 p.m., which is the agenda meeting, and June 23rd at 7 p.m., which is the regular meeting. At this time, we're going to go ahead and go through the ordinances, second reading and public hearing. Ordinance 2026-19, bond ordinance providing for the 2026 road improvements project by the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills, appropriating $2,750,000 thereof and authorizing the issuance of $2,619,000 bonds or notes of the township to finance part of the cost thereof. The notice for ordinance 2026-19 was published in the Daily Record, the official newspaper of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills, on April 27, 2026, and introduced at the May 21, 2026 regular meeting. Motion to accept ordinance 2026-19, which is heard in the second and final reading.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh and seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Here.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes. Public hearing. Can I have a motion to open up the public hearing for this ordinance only?
Motion.
I need a second.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi?
Here. Yes.
Mr.
Be off, man.
Mr. Yeah, we're getting a lot of hears today.
Good question.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
The floor is open to the public to speak on this ordinance only.
Nick Homiak, Hiawatha. Is this money that's being allotted for all the roads in Parsippany, or do they have a list of roads that are in need of repair?
Generally, there's a list that we would have, Nick. So if there's something you're looking for, just come by my office and we'll take care of that for you.
Does it include what's going on North Beverwick?
I would have to take a look to properly answer your question, but I could assume so. But if you come by, I will take a look and we'll give you an accurate answer for that one.
And how about storm drains? Is that included? Upgrades, improvements in the storm drains?
Potentially. I would have to look at the plan and see, but I don't know without looking at it. So if you come in tomorrow, I will take a look and see. I don't think it includes storm drains, but I do know there's a list of the streets. Absolutely.
Because allegedly, and it's been said here, that whenever a road is improved or paved over, the storm drains are supposed to be upgraded, so hopefully that's included.
Let's start with how you started. You said allegedly, so let's take a look and make sure that that's the case.
All right, so nobody knows.
We'll find, no, we know. I'll just get you a proper answer.
Yeah.
Yes, you got it, Nick. Thank you, sir.
The storm drains are upgraded.
They are upgraded?
I mean, our storm drains are fine.
Yes, they're looked at and evaluated, but come by tomorrow, Nick. Anyone else? Seeing no one, I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Hernandez, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Okay, the floor is closed, whereas the above ordinance was read in title on second reading and hearing held thereon. Now therefore be it resolved that said ordinance be passed on final reading and that notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in a newspaper according to law. Motion to approve the resolution for ordinance 2026-19.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving along to a public session, I'd like to entertain a motion to open up the public session.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. The floor is open to the public to speak on any matter. You have 5 minutes. Please state your name before speaking.
Good evening, my name is Gay Boyle. First, I'd like to commend the mayor for acknowledging in his latest email message to Parsippany residents the safety problem we have in the form of reckless speeding drivers. Although several good options were stated, including traffic calming and a more visible police presence in town, more still needs to be done. Parsippany's roads, as you all know, I'm sure, have become speedways, particularly Vale Road. Granted, the town encompasses many miles of roadways, but the traffic division of the police department needs to do targeted patrols, especially in those problem areas, including Vale Road, which have many offenders of the posted speed limit. I have to say, though, that the police presence is more visible, at least on Knoll Road today. We saw, you guys are doing a great job. However, we're all familiar with the horrific accidents recently involving the sanitation worker and crossing guard, who were both just performing their duties when struck by vehicles on Vale Road. Moreover, the crossing guard assigned near our home, which is on the corner of Vale and Knoll, has had numerous near misses. Often cars go around her as she's standing in the road with a stop sign, waiting for children to cross the road. We had an Optimum repairman at our house today, and he had to park his truck on the corner of Vale and Knoll. And although he put out cones, he was nervous about getting up in the cherry picker because cars come around the corner from Vale going west, and they make that corner on Knoll, and they don't even look. Last week, a beloved neighborhood cat was struck and killed on Vale Road by our house by a driver who didn't even bother to stop. Heaven forbid someday it's a child. Something needs to be done about the situation on Vale Road. I don't know what it is, traffic calming or whatever, but if there's no expectation of punishment, the offenders are going to keep breaking the law. Another issue involves the loud backfiring cars that we hear around town at all hours of the day and night. I'm sure you've all heard them. It sounds like gunfire. The noise is unnerving and frightening. Just yesterday, I was talking with a neighbor on Vale Road who said he's a Vietnam vet, and whenever he's outside working in his garden and one of these backfiring cars goes by, he gets a shudder, and for a few seconds, he's back in Vietnam. So we've got other veterans in town with PTSD, and I'm sure these cars are not helping their situation. Although that situation has gotten a bit better, I'd like to give a shout out to the Parsippany Police Department for that. It appears that they are enforcing the New Jersey law that prohibits noise enhancements on cars. In fact, there's currently a bipartisan bill before the New Jersey legislature calling for an increase in the current fine of $25 to $500 for offenders. So fingers crossed that that passes. My hope in closing is that the traffic division of the Parsippany Police Department, at the urging of the mayor and members of the council, will continue to conduct their patrols on the most heavily trafficked and most dangerous roads and intersections in town. Given the taxes that we pay, we deserve a better quality of life than what we have been receiving. Pride in Parsippany must include safety for its residents. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Can you leave your contact information before you go? Thank you. Just because we want to get back to you. I know you don't have to do that, but we want to get back to you.
Ma'am, I can tell you that the police department, I've spoken to a few of the officers, and they are issuing a lot of summonses for those. Like you said, we need that law, we need that fine increase, because $25 to them is not much, but they are, and matter of fact, I spoke to one officer who said that they actually, after they pulled that car over, they took the stuff off the car. They know, not the police, the owner of the car, remove the equipment off the car. But there's still, there's still more work to be done.
Hey, Paul,
Yes.
just a quick question. Is automated ticketing still not approved in New Jersey? I know it's approved in New York now, but like automated ticketing machines, or Joe, maybe you know?
It's not approved.
Not approved?
My name's Jean Marie Embler. I live at 21 Forest Place in Mount Tabor. I have a bit of a quandary, and I'm hoping that someone can help me solve it. On about March 10th, I received my bill, my water bill, from November 19th to February 19th, and it told me I used 43,000 gallons of water. Just as a little caveat, my house is 1,500 square feet, and I live alone. Okay, so I called the water department. I said, what do I do? They said, you need to put dye in your tank and leave it overnight to see if there's leakage there. Both toilets, no leakage. You need to hire a plumber to come in, check your house, make sure there's no leakage. There's no leakage. I took all my paperwork. The other thing is I took a picture of my meter every day for a month. And I have all that in my paperwork. And I went to the town, and I spoke to a young woman. She was very nice. She said, you have to pay it. And I said, is that what you would do? And she said, no, but. And then I spoke to a tax assessor. I'm not sure what his name was. My bad for not getting his name. And he went through a bunch of different scenarios. I had all my paperwork. I've done all of the things you told me to do. And he said, well, you have to pay it. It's $349 more than I have ever had to pay. Now, I have bills that go back to 2024, but knowing my anal husband, I could probably go back to when we bought the house 30 years ago to show you what my water use is. The two requests I have is, I just received the bill that said they're going to shut off my water because I haven't paid the $466. I'd like to not have my water shut off. The other thing I'm requesting is, my meter doesn't hold the data. Where does the data go? Obviously, we have to have some place where we store data, meter data, gas data, water data, when it's not saved on your meter itself. I have an older meter. I could have the meter replaced. If they find nothing wrong with it, I have to pay $50. That's great. I have no problem with that. The problem is that I still have a bill for $466, and my little tiny house, they're saying, uses 43,000 gallons. Just for reference, an above-ground pool takes 10,000 gallons. That would be 4 above-ground pools. I don't have a pool. I don't have a hot tub. I have a bathtub, but the other thing is, you can hear everything in my house. You can hear everything in you can hear someone sneezes in the laundry room, in the kitchen. So, I don't know what to do. So my two asks are, please don't shut off my water, and where does the data go? So I can look at the data from November 19th to February 19th. That's what I got.
Thank you. Jean Marie?
So I don't know where the data would go. I don't know if it's even stored anywhere. I'd have to speak to our water superintendent about that. And what did he say?
Can I talk
Yeah,
about this?
you're more
Because
than.
I did ask, I'm asking, and I told her to come here to talk because
So
we're
what did they
looking
say?
we're all looking into it. I just want to know, and I'm asking the water department if we could look into this and see what we could do. If we can find, if there's a daily water if we can find a daily, for anybody, usage.
Did they check the
somehow.
line from the house to the street to see if you had any leaks in that? Did the plumber check that?
The plumber wouldn't check that because that's, they told me to have the water checked in my home.
It has to be after the meter. That's what it would cause.
Right, that's what they're
right.
saying. So
Yeah.
it's the
But the
meter.
meter is reading that high number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I read my meter for a full month. I took a picture. I have pictures.
And it's,
So,
And
It's doing fine.
yeah.
Doesn't do anything crazy.
So that's the issue that we're gonna have is Ms. Embler. We'll look into this, we'll continue to look into this, but the big issue here is it seems that your house has been operating at normal capacity, there's been no issues, there's
Correct.
no leaks, there's nothing happening.
Correct.
The only thing is we got this high water bill, right?
Very high.
Yeah,
6
so,
times average
Yeah.
usage.
Yeah.
correct.
The most I've ever used, and that's when I had 2 teenage girls, if you understand that,
That I understand.
was about 6,500.
Yeah.
and it
So,
was just that 3-month period?
Yes.
Prior to that and after that,
Nope.
it's okay?
Never happened. Has it
Never
happened
happened
now?
before.
Now it's fine?
it's fine now.
Yeah, that's weird.
Every time I go down to check it, it's fine.
We'll look into it.
But my
Ms. Embler.
most important thing is I really don't want my water turned off.
When is your water, when did you got a shut-off notice?
That's what they said.
Yeah, if you got a red thing, yeah, that's a shut-off notice.
Yes.
Okay,
And now it's also interest.
yeah,
Charging me interest on the 466.
okay.
So,
So generally, the position of the tax department and our water is that you would have to pay it. The only way that this is going to be
would you
waived
pay it?
is, no, I'm not saying.
No, but I'm asking, would you pay $466 for 43,000 gallons of water you didn't use?
No, I understand. I've been put in positions where I'd have to pay it myself, but I'm not saying that. Just let me finish what I have to say, Ms. Embler, please.
All right, go ahead.
So what I'm saying to you is we have to have our cashier essentially approve that, and he's not, I know him, he's not gonna approve it. We would need council authority. You guys would have to vote to waive this, and if you guys vote to waive this, I'm just telling you that anyone else that comes up here, you would have to treat them similarly as well.
Can we make a motion to have them not turn off?
You can't make that
water?
motion, you cannot make that motion, you're a legislator, you cannot
So
be.
legally, speaking with
Yep.
you, sir, what are my options?
So let me just restate what he said so we understand. The water, head of the water department who you were speaking to does not have the authority to make the bill go away, right?
Right,
He
and
needs-
I'm not asking for the bill to go away.
To make it adjusted or anything else. He needed to have a reason, and he was looking for one. That's why he made you do all those things.
Correct.
If there was an issue with the meter, if there was a leak, then that discretion does come in, right? Then
Correct.
he can do that. That, none of those things were found. And what the clerk was saying is, then it goes up to the next level, right? Who is our collector, right? He collects all our bills, whatever.
Mhm.
We would have to have a discussion with him
Mhm.
and see what he would need in order to do that, right? Whether or not he has the power to do that himself, or whether he would want or need an approval by the board. What we can do is reach out to the water company tomorrow,
Okay.
right? And ask them to extend that shut-off notice while we continue to investigate.
Okay,
All
I
right?
appreciate that.
That's
I'll
definitely
take what I can
within,
get.
that's definitely within their discretion to say,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
we're gonna keep this where this is, right? They were on certain strict timelines. They tried to treat everyone blindly so
Of
that
course,
there is
of
no
course, I understand that.
subjectivity,
Right.
right? Coming here is the right thing to do, right? Because I can exert a little different pressure on them from my position as the township attorney
Okay.
to say, hey, let's extend that while we continue to investigate. And
Okay.
hopefully we do find a reason that we can support what happened to that meter for that time period.
Right.
And if that occurs, then we're on a good place. If not, then we're going to try other things.
Okay.
All right?
Well, what I can do right now is I can have them come replace my meter
That,
and
that's
find
probably-
out if there's
yeah.
something wrong with it. My question then would be, if they find out
Mhm.
that there's something wrong with the meter,
Correct.
where do we go from there?
Then that's a legitimate factual basis as to there was a problem
Okay.
with the meter that we provided you to count our water usage, right?
Okay.
And that opens up a whole other real basis for it, right?
Okay.
So they're limited in when they can utilize their discretion,
Okay,
right? Does that
that
make
makes
sense?
perfect sense. That
Yeah.
makes perfect
So
sense.
we'll get a little bit more time.
I'm gonna call the
For
town
lack of
tomorrow and have them
I'm going to
replace my
say
meter.
upon, we'll put a little more time on the meter.
Okay.
Sorry, it just popped into my head. And to try to get, to a better resolution of this.
Okay,
All right?
I appreciate it.
Okay?
Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Good. Hi.
My name is Vipul Shah, 40 Patriot Road. Can you hear me?
Could you just speak up a little bit into the mic?
Please.
Better now?
A little louder, please. Thank you.
So I have a question to Council President Ms. Anhalis. As a previous council meeting,
Sir, can you speak?
You have to speak up. You have to speak up.
Yeah, really speak up.
am I better now?
Yes. there you
Okay.
go.
I'm Vipul Shah, 40 Patriot Road. My question to you, Council President, as a previous council meeting regarding pilot agreement, you had a discussion with Mr. McGrath,
Just speak up, sir. I need you to speak up. I'm sorry.
and you stated that you were held hostage. The
Yeah,
statement raises
Mhm.
concern in the decision-making process. Can you please clarify meaning of that statement and which basis the statement was made?
Well, that meeting wasn't about that, and we're not going to have that conversation here now, because that was another meeting, that was another time, and it's really not about that right now. So I could talk about that separately, but I'm not going to talk about that at this meeting.
Thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't appropriate at that meeting before either. Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's John Worthington. I live in a Rainbow Lake section of Parsippany for 35 years. And frankly, I had the same question. I was a little concerned about your comment that you were held hostage, and that was a little concerning if it impacted your decision-making capability. I was hoping you could explain a little bit why you made that
Yeah, it
comment.
was unfortunate that I got into that conversation. I should not have it. As the council president, I should have said it wasn't appropriate. I should
Okay.
not have gotten into that back and forth.
Okay, so it was just
Mhm.
figure of speech kind of thing. Okay, thanks. My second question is really to the whole board. Am I okay?
You are, I hear you.
It has to do with the pilots. Forgive me, but I understand that many aspects of the pilots agreements have been discussed, legal terms, finance structure, municipal revenue, and the reasons for approving them. I get that. I'm not sure it's clear to me, though, whether those discussions look mainly at the agreement itself or whether they looked at the long-term impact on the communities. And since many of the pilot programs involve residential and mixed-use developments, to me, those are more than financial agreements, right? Those are long-term community commitments, service commitments. Even after the term of the agreement, I'm not sure how the township is thinking about sustaining the communities so they continue contributing to, the social capital that we all depend on. So my question is there a published life cycle impact analysis showing not just the value of the agreement at the time, but the long-term impact over time? After ribbon cutting, what's the impact longer term to the community? Because it's not a one-time deal, right? Has any analysis been that? And if there is, can I go look at it?
So I know that we've spoken to two firms that do financial advisement, and we have received 2 quotes from them to handle the pilot agreements. So we're reviewing them at the time, and that would pretty much give a breakdown of what the projection should look like. They would be handling the billing components of it. So there would be something, if one of the 2 companies are chosen, then you would have a document that would be, presented on the website with quarterly updates.
And that's not there yet?
No, so what also occurs, if I may, Council President?
Yes, you may.
Sure. When an application is received, typically that application has to put forth a pro forma for the 30 years or 20 years
Right.
or the life of the pilot. They use certain assumptions, they do certain projections. There usually is a form, a document that is submitted with the pilot application that does that analysis that you just talked about to say what the conventional tax would have been, what the municipality would have received under the conventional tax, what the expectation of the pilot payment would be over those years, right? So it looks at every year on an annual basis, and it trends and it makes certain assumptions. Typically, they make an assumption which is, about how much rents will go up, how much taxes will go up, what the vacancy rate will be, and things of those nature.
Okay. Yeah, I guess my main concern is, I understand that there's a lot of emphasis on the finance part of it, and there should be. But when we talk about communities, building the social capital in the community is a little bit more than that. And I'm not sure that there's a conscious effort of figuring out how we're going to deal with that over time. Because at the end of 30 years or whatever, you start all over again, right? How is the community healthy, right? And that's something I'd urge the board to consider more than just the finances.
You're right. I've been talking to some electeds from other communities, and they're doing that. They embrace those kinds of pilots like that, and they look very different in other towns, and they're much shorter, and they work with the education. They don't tax. They do different things with the land and the buildings, and it's very different than what we've seen here. So, and we'll have to learn about that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess
Nick Komiak again. I'd like to remind council, and Councilman Karifi, you were present when this happened. Back in 2014, we had a woman here with a water problem after Sandy, and she wasn't even occupying the house, and she was getting water bills. Mayor Barbario put a stop to it, and she didn't have to pay the bill, so it can be done. And at the same time, the Knoll Golf facility owed at least $35,000 in water, and they were forgiven by the town. I was here and I witnessed all that, so it can be done. The pilots that the gentleman named, I'd just like to make a brief thing. What I witnessed here was gangsterism. The woman on the screen, the boss, we have 8. Oh yeah, I was here. You weren't here, Judy?
What are you talking?
When we were intimidated,
Okay.
that do the
When you say
pilot deal or else. I'm talking in the past sense.
Okay.
That was, the only way I know how to describe it, gangsterism. But when somebody does something to you, you don't fold your chair, you don't go along with it, because there was obviously something wrong. Bob Venezia explained how pilots worked, and it was ignored. Facts bring implications. We have no facts. These pilot deals could be this way, could be that way. What surprised me, Councilman Karifi, at the May 5th, when you weren't for the tax increase, and you said you didn't trust what the pilots were going to bring, but yet you voted for the pilots.
No, I said I didn't know what
Okay.
the town.
Well, I mean, at the PAL with 1,000 people
Do you
there,
have a question?
you said it was win-win.
Sum it up and then give a question, please.
I don't have a question, I have comments.
Okay.
My question is, the pilots were the elephant in the room, and we're gonna suffer. I don't believe our property's gonna be reassessed, like Councilman McGrath said, because that wouldn't make sense, because everything's affordable housing, and according to what's going on, these corporations, are putting in for tax breaks. So why would you then impose a tax increase on the residents? So to me, that sounded scary, but I don't believe that will happen, because I believe this new budget is based on the money that we have now. There's no need to reassess property, especially in our economy. So I just wanted to make those comments. The pilots are still the elephant in the room.
If I may, Nick, when you refer to 2000, we can't go back and forth, so when you refer to 2014, I believe what Mayor Barbario did at the time is exactly what Mr. DeMarco stated, that they talked to the water department and asked them to put a stay on the collection to further investigate what was the issue there. So there was not any where he just wiped out a bill. It was exactly what Mr. DeMarco said.
You didn't have to pay, I know that for a fact.
Okay, we're done. Next person coming up.
Evening, everybody. Tony Fasano, Robin Hood Road. Can I ask a question on a non-consent agenda?
Sure.
Okay, my question is on R 2026-124. What's the actual outcome of that? And is the town paying into that? Because that would open up Pandora's box on every development.
Is that your only question?
Yeah.
Anthony? Okay.
What would you like to know again, sir? Just,
What's the outcome of Glenmont Commons?
so the proposed settlement is that there would be payments made to the town from the Glenmont developers and from the HOA.
So the town's not going to be responsible for
That was-
constructing the
You,
roads?
you didn't let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so the proposed settlement has some payments coming from the developer and the HOA to the municipality. They are paid over 3 to 4 years in stages. That total amount is in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. The town then is committed to repave, reconstruct those roads. It has until 2029 to accomplish that. There is also a provision regarding upgrades to the pump station where the developer does make a payment towards that. There are some issues with regards to subdivisions and dedication of roads and ordinances and things of that nature.
So we can get an actual copy of this?
Not until it's fully in its final form. The terms of the settlement, the board terms, but it should be executed by next week, and once the copy is executed, it will be in final form. So, end of next week,
All right,
it's
so
all yours.
we can get a copy and the town's not putting money into it, basically.
So the town is responsible to pave and repair the roads.
It's a private organization. It's an HOA.
I understand.
That would turn around and open up Pandora's box to every
No.
development.
Okay,
We're
so,
not gonna talk about this right now. He
Yep.
just said he had one question.
That's it.
Okay, we're going into other things. We could talk about it later.
Talking after Ms. Patel.
Okay?
Hello, can everybody hear me? Okay. Last night, I took the opportunity to attend the Library Board of Trustees meeting. During that meeting, it sounds as if, from what I gathered yesterday, and it was the first meeting I had attended in a long time, that the town is planning on going forward with renovating the current structure for lack of funding to demolish it and do it right. Correct me if I'm wrong, there's about $6.5 million available right now between the money that the city's kicking in and what the state is kicking in. Am I close?
How many questions do you have, Richard?
Okay.
You usually
My
have a lot.
question is, why are we spending that money on a building that has no redeeming qualities? And I don't expect the Lake Hiawatha branch to look like the main branch, but you go into the basement where the children's activities are. The ceiling is 7 foot 6 inches. There's no windows to speak of. The ventilation is poor. The first floor, when you walk in, looks like a dungeon because the ceiling is so low. The ceiling on the second floor is even low. Why are we going to spend good money after a bad building?
Is that all you have?
No.
That's a big one. Oh, more than just the library?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because Councilman McGrath can answer some of that.
Also, as far as the police monitoring the roads better, there is Knoll Road has been bad lately. I know there's been a car there at a various point to monitor, but I mean, it's bad. I mean, people go down that road well in excess of 25. And I was wondering if a second checkpoint further down the road or up the road could be added, because most of the times when people see one speed trap and they see it and they say, okay, I'm past it, and then they put their foot on the gas and take off again. So if you had a second one, either up or down from that first one, it may be a good thing, all right? I thank you so much.
Thank you. So let's ask
Council
Councilman.
President, may I respond?
Yes, please.
So I'll respond to part of it. So obviously, Mr. Suarez and I talked last council session. I asked him to join me at the library meeting, which actually took place last night. In that meeting, we reviewed some of the things that they're talking about with architects and PMs. There was a meeting that was going to be scheduled with the town that I think got moved out. Is that correct, Mr. Seaman? I think got moved?
Yeah, a part of the meeting had occurred, so we also had a consultant go in for community development to see if any funding could be utilized from there as well.
So a couple of the things they're thinking about is, one is, as Mr. Suarez said, is there enough money to build a new building, which didn't seem likely based on the library's feedback. But obviously we're going to have to rely on the professionals to tell us whether or not that's going to be a viable option. So, but again, anybody here who's interested in the library, you should attend. I think they hadn't seen anybody in a long time. In fact, I think Mr. Suarez was the first guest in a couple of years. So that's going to be my guess.
And I just want him to answer the Mill Road.
Yeah, so that is a tactic that they do deploy. The problem in our town, it's so large, there's probably a list of 40, 50 different roads ranging from all different sections of the town. And the traffic unit only has so many officers, and the police department only has so many officers on the road at one time. So if we put together a list of every street, we'd have to have 75 officers on the road at one time. But that is definitely a tactic that they do use. They put one at one end and one at the other, and like you said, people think, oh, I'm in the clear, and then they get them down the other end.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
I'm a resident of Lake Hiawatha for 30 years.
State your name, please.
I'm sorry, Massimo Liuzzi. I'm a resident of Lake Hiawatha for 30 years. In that time that I've been there, we encountered a cut-through road. I'm sure most of you guys all know Pony Avenue is a cut-through road. Endless going back and forth. We have a new residence. Most people complain about this loud exhaust. Well, we had a new neighbors that moved in. Teenagers, guess what? 24/7 we hearing this. Cops are called. They come out, they do what they can. I know they can't be there always. But going this for 30 years, now we asked multiple times, put signs on either end, no left turn to through traffic, because it's a cut-through road. Vale Road is a nightmare to even get onto it from Pawnee, and vice versa going on to North Beverly. Like I said, I've been there 30 years. In 30 years, two of my vehicles, one of them was totaled, 6 months old, parked in front of my house, and I drive a truck. Another vehicle, $9,000 worth of damage, not because they were doing 25 miles an hour. The town's aware of this. I went to the mayor 2 weeks ago. They said, go see the mayor. Never heard from me either. Left it my number, personal number. 2 weeks ago, never heard from him. This been going on. Now we have neighbors that live there with kids with these cars. We got surveillance cameras. Everything is documented from 6:30 in the morning to about 11:30 at night, non-stop. You can't leave your windows open because the car's going on. It becomes a mechanic shop in a driveway. Cars revving all night long. So we asked multiple times, can we put a sign, for an example, off North Berwick, no right turn to through traffic, vice versa. You done it coming out of Lake Hiawatha, there's a sign, no left turn. You go to the bank, they don't want you to make a left. It's a safety issue. What are we going to need? What happened? Don't take my word. Ask DPW what they have to go through on Pony Avenue from Monday, Friday, how they have to position their truck so cars don't get around them. Don't take our word for it. Ask DPW workers. They come Mondays and Fridays. They have to position, they nearly block the entire on the 45 so no cars come through there.
What's the name of that road again, sir?
Pony Avenue.
Pony?
And where's
It's like Hiawatha.
No, the no turn. What is
For
the
example, like
intersection?
on Pony Avenue, you come off Vale, no left turn through. Because what they're doing, they're going,
Pony Ave and Vale?
it's it's Vale and North Berwick. So they use that as a cut-through road. Pony Avenue is not a main road.
Right.
It's a residential, and I get it.
Right.
North Berwick is a main road, and Vale.
So
So
we
it's,
can ask the police department to do a traffic study.
they've done that.
In the-
Average speed was 38 miles an hour. We went through that. That's when they decided to put sidewalks, and we had a petition. 98% of residents didn't want it. We said, take that money, allocate it to something else. Sidewalks aren't gonna solve the problem.
So, can I get this straight? What you're asking for is a sign that says no left turn?
Stop the traffic. How else would you do that? We can't have cops there. We know that. You just mentioned yourself, it's a large town. We can't have cops sit there 20. As a police department, in the last month, how many times have been on that road? Speed bumps, what it does is it becomes a nuisance to the residents.
It's a short road? No, it's not. They're going that fast.
Okay.
Again, the residents endure a lot of this. Forget about the mirrors torn off my cars. Then you know what happened? 2 squad car comes to my house. You know why? Because 3 inches of my bumper was hanging over the sidewalk. You know what their response? Well, why don't you park in your driveway? I can't, because when my bumper hangs over 3 inches, cops are knocking on my door. But I can't get a cop there to stop the traffic, the speeding cars. But for 3 inches of my car, now you forced me out into the street. I have no other place to park, because now you decided to put a sidewalk that we didn't want to begin with. This is 10 years ago. So the only thing I said, I know we can't be there, large town, and I don't expect it, but enough with the 98% of the residents there are fed up. They are fed up with this.
No.
And it's not just a one-day issue. We can show you a list of surveillance cameras. People got ringed. What cars do there? From 6:30 in the morning to 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night. Cops were just recently there, a month straight. We went to the mayor 2 weeks ago. They said, well, he'll get back to you. 2.5 weeks later, never heard from him.
Yeah, did you sign in? Can you sign, so this way I
Can you-
have your
you-
name too.
Clint, you have his address, right?
I'm gonna speak to him after the meeting.
Okay.
Thank you. How far?
So like I said, I don't expect the cops always to be there because it's a large town.
No, but
But
that
if you look at the
sign
record-
idea, they limited traffic.
I just wanna be clear, you want a sign that says no left turn?
To through traffic.
Yeah.
For example, when people
Gotcha.
coming down
Yeah,
Vale,
gotcha.
when they're coming down Vale, they want to get to North Berwick. Instead of going 1/10 of a mile further up to make a left onto North Berwick, they decide to cut through Pointing. And besides the mirrors getting torn off, I have over 3 dozen mirrors. Unfortunately, that's my expense. Now, if the town has an obligation for public safety, I guess quality of life Pointing Avenue doesn't exist. Because I've been dealing with this for 30 years. So on the other hand, is
Just wanna see you after the meeting.
yeah. So at the other end, what I just want to know is, if you guys, your hands are tied, let us know. Then we'll see what we could do somewhere else. Because we're not going to wait till a child gets hit, or just what happened to that poor guy on Vale Road, somebody not paying attention. And we have multiple kids. I have 3 daughters. They're all grown up. Now we have a lot of boys there. They play out in the street.
Yeah.
They're not like girls.
Yeah.
Okay? So there's a big difference. We have to position the cars a certain way. So if a car comes, they veer around them. So we're playing like Monopoly, okay? Take your car, you park here, all the residents. Unfortunately, most of them weren't able to get there. There's a handful I did see that came. But our biggest concern is now we have our own problem on our street. They probably moved in about 3 years ago. Working on the cars all day long.
You have 30 seconds.
Are you familiar with it?
I was just
saying
saying,
you have
she's telling you your time.
I want to
You
thank
have
you.
30 seconds, but thank
Yes.
you. I'm sorry it's so
No,
frustrating.
thank you.
Also, if you
Thank
could
you.
give the clerk that address of that, where all this is going on,
The
the noise and the,
No, they went to the town. We went to the ordinance department, they're aware of it, the police department's aware of it. We have video of it.
we
Okay.
want it too, the address.
maybe we can get that sign up where there's no turn at that street.
Okay, seeing no one else, I'd like to entertain a motion to close the public session, please.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by, Ms. Patel.
Mr. Madden.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
okay, it's coming on up.
Is this mic working? Can everybody hear?
Yes.
Hear me? Okay, because that seemed to be a problem in the beginning. With an 8.24,
8.25.
8.25 tax increase, can we start by maybe updating your radio equipment?
We're working on that,
Because
sir.
it's pretty poor.
Yeah, we're working on that.
And you are township attorney, Joe? The lady over here, if I'm not mistaken, said she had a problem with a big water bill, and you told her to call the water department.
That's not what I said.
It's not
Because she'll call, and guess what's gonna happen? That's not my job.
I didn't tell her to call the water department.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
Okay.
I said,
don't hear that well,
I said,
so,
I said we
Sir?
would call
You
the
should
water
look-
department.
okay, I'm out of line?
No, just, do you have a question for us?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Should anything be done between New England, off of Knoll, and the bend after Ridgewood? I'm a frequent walker. I live at 565 Knoll Road, second house in Ridgewood, and it's a terror scene. After the cars get past Woodbine, near New England, they just do whatever they want to do as far as speed.
Now, one of your officers I saw down on the other end of Knoll Road, I had mentioned to him, you can use my driveway to slow these people down. And you wonder why there's injuries to the sanitation workers. Everybody's rushing at a certain hour between 7:30 and 8:30. And, you know, I would recommend speed bumps somewhere. After the serious injury with the landscaper, that car ended up in my driveway last Labor Day weekend, or around Labor Day. Mayor Barbario said he's gonna take care of it, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. You know where that ended up, okay? So anyway, enough of that. Next thing,
Excuse me?
You can't speak from the audience, ma'am, I'm sorry. You would have to come up to the mic.
oh, put the mic back?
All right, so, can you put your name and your address there, so we know where your driveway is?
I can't hear you.
Can you, I'm sorry, can you put your name and address down so we could know where your
Before I go
driveway is? No, no, so we know where your driveway is.
This is actually my first meeting here,
Mm-hmm,
35-year residence.
well, welcome.
Anyway. So you all know that I do a lot of walking in town, over 3.5 miles a day. I talk to a lot of people. Every one of yous have got a raise, right, every year? Not 16 years? Hats go off to our crossing guards and put some money in the budget for a change and take care of them. And I can go on and go on and go on, but I'll cut it short. And that's it. Just keep that in mind. Nobody works for 16 years without a raise. 10 years, I should say. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Come on up, ma'am.
Sorry, I'm kind of new to this. I'm not sure of the
No
protocol.
problem.
But with regard to his speed bump point.
Okay, she was up here before.
Oh, she was up already?
Yes,
Oh, I didn't know. Okay,
okay.
no, if you're up, you can't come up again. If you have something to say, you can come talk to me after the meeting. No problem at all. I apologize. I didn't realize that she was up. Come on up, sir.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I just want to add a couple of things to the guy that talked to you about Tony.
Could you state your name, sir?
I just need your name. It was still your name.
Pardon me?
Just need your name for the record, sir.
Your name, sir?
My name?
Your name.
It's
Yeah.
Izzy,
Izzy.
yes.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I went to the zoning officer, I read the ordinance in the town, and it says that you're not allowed to work on cars on a driveway.
Right.
So we have another issue there. So when the kids finishes the car of his friends, they try to see if they can do 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. So the street become really hazard. So they have to do the zoning. I got pictures. And the guy said to me, I can't go by the picture. I can't go to the judge and show him pictures. I said, I don't know why you need the judge. You're the zoning officer. He said, well, I went by and I didn't see anything. You should go there on Saturday, on Sunday, at 9 o'clock at night, at 10 o'clock at night. I got everything in the phone. So somebody has to do something. This become a zoo there. It's not a street, it's not a residential anymore.
Okay, I
And
understand.
there is a lot of kids there, they're joining them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust the kids there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be on the edge there. I've been living there for 41 years. I built homes in Parsippany. I did everything according to the law. And I want the town to take over. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, seeing no one else, I'd like to entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Ms. Hernandez. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, the floor is closed. Moving along to the consent agenda. Be it resolved, all items with an asterisk are considered routine and non-controversial by the Township Council be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Motion to approve the consent agenda, please.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh. Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving along to the approval of minutes. May I please have a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Okay, moving along. Presentation reports, the mayor, he is not in. Moving along to Township Council, any reports? No committee reports, please. We will not be doing, so committee reports, I just want to be very clear, are only going to be done at the agenda meeting. They are not done at the action meeting. So if you notice, there is nothing here on committee, so if you have anything else other than committee reports, then, no, okay,
Yes, I
fantastic.
do.
You have other things other than committee?
Yes.
Please, go ahead.
Council President, may I? Yes. Okay. So, two announcements. First, I am proud to announce that with the permission and support of Mayor Desai, the internship program that I've strived to implement for our students has officially begun. A group of 17 interns began a 5-week-long internship program yesterday, where they were sworn in by the mayor and were introduced to the program. Our students will learn skills like public speaking, argument formation, networking, interviewing, and more. Please keep your eye out for all of the great work that they will be doing at Town Hall. And then second, after this upcoming Friday, I will be pausing my weekly office hours as I prepare to graduate law school and study for the bar, as I will need to dedicate more time into my studying. So thank you all for your continued support and understanding during this busy time and exciting transition. I look forward to resuming my office hours in August and connecting with you all again soon. So please reach out via email or text if you need me in the meantime, but I will not be hosting office hours till August. Thank you.
Council President, any other reports from council? Okay, moving along, ordinance is the first reading. Ordinance 2026-20, bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements by the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills, appropriating the aggregate amount of $13,570,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $13,570,000 bonds or notes of the township to finance the cost thereof. Be it resolved that the above ordinance be introduced, read by title, and passed on first reading at a meeting of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills held on May 19, 2026, and that said ordinance be further considered for second reading and final passage at a meeting to be held on June 23rd, 2026 at 7 p.m. prevailing time or soon thereafter, as the matter may be reached at the municipal building in said township, in which time all persons interested shall be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance. Be it further resolved that the clerk be authorized and directed to advertise said ordinance with a notice of introduction thereof being published in the official newspaper according to law. Can I please have a motion to approve the above resolution?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you. Moving along to the non-consent agenda. R 2026-120, authorizing the Parsippany Police Department to participate in the Defense Logistic Agency Law Enforcement Support Office 1033 program to enable the Parsippany Township Police Department to request and acquire excess department defense equipment. Motion to approve the above resolution.
Motion.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call. Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving along to R 2026-121, contract for removal, transport, and disposal of spent granular activated carbon and reinstallation of custom reactivated granular activated carbon. Motion to approve the above resolution.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call. Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-122, contract for repair of Sylvan Way Culvert Project. Motion to approve the above resolution.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call. Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-123, providing for the insertion of any special item of revenue in the budget of any county municipality pursuant to NJSA 40A87 Clean Communities Program. Motion to approve the above resolution.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call. Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving along to R 2026-124, authorizing the settlement of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills versus Glenmont Common Developers, LLC. Motion to approve the above resolution.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-125, authorizing the execution of a memorandum of agreement between the Township of Parsippany and the International Association of EMTs and Paramedics, Local R2973. Motion to approve the above resolution.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes. Approval of payroll and bills list. CFO Angelica Sabatini recommends authorization for payment. Number one, authorizes payment of the May 26 regular miscellaneous payroll estimated at $1,650,000. And two, payment of bills from voucher list of 5/22/26, which is estimated at $1,813,119.63. Motion to approve the authorization for payment.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.
Go shoot.